It was said that in the winter of 1783, a small church, hidden deep in a quiet European village, became the center of something no one could explain. Not a war, not a disease, but something far more disturbing. Because inside that church, people didn't just come to confess their sins. Some came in and were never seen again. The village was peaceful, surrounded by forest, cut off from the rest of the world during winter. At its center stood an old stone church, cold, silent, unchanging. The priest was a respected man, strict, but trusted. People believed he spoke directly to God. Every evening, villagers would gather for prayer. Candles lit the dark halls. Voices echoed through the stone walls. But over Chimi, something began to feel wrong. It started with whispers. People leaving the confession room, shaken, saw me, crying, some refusing to speak. One woman claimed the voice inside wasn't his. Others said the priest asked strange questions, not about sin, but about fear, guilt, secrets no one else should know. Then came the first disappearance. A young man entered the church for confession. He never came out. The village began to panic, but no one dared accuse the church, because in those days, doubt was dangerous. Another person vanished. Then another, all last seen entering the church. At night, strange sounds echoed from inside. Not prayers, not reams, but something else. Low whispers, scraping sounds, and sometimes screams. One night, a group of villagers decided to investigate. They waited until midnight, when the church should have been empty. The doors were unlocked. Inside, it was colder than usual. Candles were still burning, as if someone had just been there. They moved slowly toward the confession room, and that's when they heard it. A voice, not human, speaking softly from behind the wall. They forced the door open, and what they found changed everything. Behind the confession booth, there was a hidden passage, a narrow staircase leading underground. The air was thick, heavy. The deeper they went, the worse the smell became. Then they saw it. Chains, old wooden doors, and signs that people had been held there, but there was no one inside. Only silence and markings on the walls, as if someone had been trying to escape. By morning, the priest was gone. Nutrezi, no explanation. The church was abandoned, sealed off. Is latte. Travelers claimed they could still hear whispers inside. Some said the place was cursed. Others believed something had been hidden there, something never meant to be found. And to this day, no one truly knows what was taking place beneath that church.